Good afternoon, everyone. Or actually, it's evening. This is Robert, RJL 518, welcoming you back to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1976 season is on the air. Today's date is July 21st, and we are at San Diego Stadium for a pretty decent game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres. The Phillies come into the game at 54-33, first place in the National League East. And right now, at this moment, the Phillies with 54 wins. The Mets have 51 wins. The Pirates have 49, but the Pirates are still in second place by virtue of percentage points. So right now, the Phillies have, let's see what they got here. 14 minus 9 is 5. They played 88. The Pirates have played 88 as well. So right now, the Phillies have a very comfortable 5-game lead in the National League East. The San Diego Padres come into this game at 45-48. They are in fourth place in the National League West. They're only 2 wins behind the Astros, who have now taken over third in that division. Remember, the top 3 teams each division make the playoffs. So even though you could have a losing record at this time, no one is out of it. Steeler fan joins us here at San Diego Stadium for tonight's matchup. And I think we got a good one. So let's take a look and see what we got. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres will be Dave Freisleben. 10 wins, 13 losses, a save, a 3.51 ERA. He gets the call here tonight for the Friars. And let's see what the Padres are capable of doing against this high-powered Phillies team. And right now, they are on their way, looks like, to winning the division, but still lots of baseball left to play as BBBB joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Top of the first, let's get to it. Starting up for the Phillies, second baseman Dave Cash. 284 average, a homer, 56 RBIs. So let's see, we are using brown, yellow, and white dice for the Padres. They are the home team. Let's get started. Freisleben's first pitch. And that's a 1-4. That's a blank. Cash will go ahead and swing 3-2. And against a righty, that's just going to be a ground out to second base. So that is the first out. And here is the shortstop, Larry Boa, 248 average. No homers, 49 RBIs that year. Freisleben, 1-6, strikeout, 18 no. San Diego Stadium takes away 3 from strikeouts and 1 from walks. Boa will swing away, 5-1, and he grounds out to third. 2 down. And the next batter will be third baseman Michael Jack Schmidt. 262 average, 38 homers, 107 RBIs. Mike Schmidt hit for a natural cycle in one of my games this year. Might want to check it out. It was a game between the Phillies and the Reds. So definitely want to check that out. First ever cycle I ever had. First ever natural cycle I ever had. It was terrific. Brian Patterson joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Freisleben, 2-2. That's a range play. Schmidt, 3-3. That's a base hit to third. That's a base hit past third, but it is a range play. The third baseman for the Padres is Doug Rader. He has a range of a 4. And he will make it. He takes a hit away from Schmidt. He'll throw to first and get the out. Doug Rader takes away a base hit, so that just becomes a ground out to third. And a 1-2-3 inning on the Phillies. The Phillies historically won this game 5-1. They had 11 hits. Philly had 11 hits and an error. The Padres had 7 hits and no errors. Tribe fan now joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, Jim Kaat. 12 wins, 14 losses, a 3.48 ERA. Not the first time we've seen him. We've seen him a number of times, and he's always pitched pretty well. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Padres, will be Luis Melendez. He is in center field for this game. 224 average, 5 RBIs. Kaat with the pitch, 4-2. That is blank. Melendez will swing 5-3, and he grounds it to short. And that is the first out. Next up, second baseman Tito Fuentes. .263 average, 2 homers, 36 RBIs. Kaat will deal 4-5. That's a strikeout. 3. He will get him. Yes, he struck him out. Fuentes a 6. -3 is a 3, and that is a 3. He gets Fuentes on a K. First strikeout for Kaat. He only had 83 of them in 76. Next up for the Padres, left fielder Johnny Grubb. .284 average, 5 homers, 27 RBIs. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 4-2, that is blank. Grubb will swing. 6-6, and that's a ground out to second base. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kaat. And no score after 1. Top of the second inning. We'll see if Freisleben has a good inning here as well. Leading off for the Phillies, left fielder Greg Luzinski. 3.04 average, 21 homers, 95 RBIs. Greg Luzinski, big man. One of the original beast mode players, if you wish. Freisleben, 5-3, strikeout 14, no. Luzinski will swing away 5-5, and he grounds it to third. That's the third straight ground ball to third to Dave Rader, and he made the last 3 outs, so that's 1 down. Next up for the Phillies, right fielder Jay Johnstone. May he rest in peace. 3.18 average, 5 homers, 53 RBIs that season. Freisleben will deal. 1-5, strikeout 14, nope. Johnstone, 3-5, star 4. That's going to be a ground out to third as well. That is the 4th straight ground ball to third. Rader is earning his paycheck tonight. Center fielder Gary Maddox is next up for the Phils. 3.30 average, 6 homers, 68 RBI. Freisleben, 6-1. That's a blank. He is not tired. Maddox, 6-2. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 12. Against a right-hander, Maddox is going to have himself a 2-out triple. Maddox splits that into the gap all the way to the wall. Maddox, pretty decent speed. He'll round second. He'll slide into third easily with a 3-bagger. So a nice triple for Maddox. Question is, will they be able to get him in? Coming up to bat next, first baseman Tommy Hutton, 2.02 average, a homer, 13 RBIs. The Bull was a kind-hearted man by all accounts. Yes, he was. Freisleben will pitch to Hutton. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. The 14 says no. Freisleben will pitch. 5-1 against the lefty. That's blank. Hutton will get to swing here. 5-3, and that's going to be a star 3 and a ground out to first base. And that will end the inning. So no runs, a hit for the Phils. They get a triple, but they can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the second. Inside pitch. In my opinion, the most exciting tabletop baseball game you can play. And for those of you who have been watching my streams all this time, you know you can get some good basic games. And then, of course, you can get the crazy ones. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Friars, right fielder Dave Winfield, Hall of Famer. 2.83 average, 13 homers, 69 RBIs. Let's see what Kaat's got for him. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Kaat, 1-4. That's a possible error. Winfield, 3-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit the BOA. His error rating is a 6. That is a 7. There won't be an error. He will make the play and throw to first to get Winfield out number 1. So ground out to short. Next up for the Padres, first baseman Mike Ivy, 291 average, 7 homers, 70 RBIs. As BB says, Robert says, shipped mine yesterday. That's awesome. Hope you'll enjoy it. Kaat will go ahead and pitch, and that's a 2-6. That's blank. Ivy will swing. 5-1. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 12. Against the lefty, Ivy's going to have himself a triple. Ivy will round second, head for third, and he'll make it. So Ivy gets himself a triple on that. The difference between that triple and between Maddox's triple and Ivy's triple, there's only one out here. Triple for Ivy. Now the third baseman, Doug Rader, will come up. The infield is going to play in. They don't want Ivy to score. One out. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That 17 says a negative. Kaat will go ahead and deal. 3-1 against a righty. That's a blank. Rader swings away. 6-6. That's a ground ball to third base. Ivy is not going to try to come home. The throw will go to first to get the out, 2 down. So that is a grounder to third, and Ivy stays where he's at, and they'll go ahead and give another guy another chance. So now 2 down with the runner on third. Here's Hector Torres. He is at shortstop for this game for the Padres. Torres is 195 average, 4 homers, 15 RBIs. See if anything happening on the bases. That is a 7. Kaat will go ahead and deal. 5-6. That's a range play. Torres, 1-5. That's a ball hit to left field. Let's first see what it may be. That's a ball hit to left. That is a 15. Against the lefty, it's too high. So that would normally be a fly out to left. But that is a range play. So the left fielder for the Phillies is Luzinski. His range is a 1. No, he won't get it. Is that going to be a single or a double? And that is going to be a double for Hector Torres. Torres hits it way out of Luzinski's range. Ivy will come in to score. The Padres grab a quick early 1-0 lead here in the second. Torres goes to second base and on a nice RBI double as Luzinski couldn't make the play. The next batter will be the catcher, Fred Kendall, 246 average, 2 homers, 39 RBIs. Kaat knew that ball was hit well, and he knew Luzinski would have had a hard time to get to it. So let's see. Torres on its second. Anything happening on the bases? No. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 1-1. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 1-4. That's going to be a ground out to second, and the throw goes to first for the out. Padres get 1 run on 2 hits. And after 2, they lead 1-0 here after 2 innings. And I'm glad you're getting it, BB. I mean, do you already have the game parts, or is this the first time you've ordered anything from Inside Pitch? We go to the top of the third. Freisleben will come out to pitch. And leading off for the Phillies will be the catcher, Bob Boone. 271 average, 4 homers, 54 RBIs. Freisleben will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 4-1 strikeout. 14, nope. Boone will swing. 1-3, and he grounds it to first. So that's the first out. And next batter will be the pitcher, Jim Kaat. 177 average that year, and actually had a home run. So he's actually capable of hitting a homer. Had a home run that year. Freisleben will go ahead and pitch. 1-4, that's a blank. Kaat gets the swing. 2-5, star 3, and that's a ground out to first. And that is the second out. Top of the order for the Phillies. Here is Cash. Cash is 0 for 1. Freisleben will deal. 3-4. That's a double question mark. Cash, a righty. A 1-3 would be an automatic out. That's a 4. It's too high. Cash will go ahead and swing away. 1-2. And that's a grounder to second base. The throw goes to first. Side retired. And that is... The Phillies have made 9 outs. All of them are ground outs. Every single out the Phillies have had so far are ground outs. The only that was not an out was the triple, and that was it. Every out has been a grounder. Strange way to start. Bottom of the third, still 1-0 in favor of the Friars. Here is Dave Freisleben. He is the pitcher, and he bats 189. Kaat will go ahead and deal. 5-5 against a righty. That's going to be an automatic out. Star 6, fly out to right. Next up will be Luis Melendez. He is 0 for 1. Kaat will go ahead. 1-1. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 5-1. That's a ground out to second. Lots of ground outs today. Only one fly out, and Freisleben's out is the only fly out in the game so far. Everything else is a grounder or a strikeout. Only one strikeout too on Kaat. Here's Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 1. Kaat ready to deal. 1-5. That's blank. Fuentes, let's see what he can do. 5-2. Star 2, and that is a ground out to third. And the inning is over. So nothing for the Padres in that inning. And after 3, it's still 1-0 in favor of the Friars. Wow, it looks like an exhibition in ground balls today so far. Remember, BBBB, if you did order the game from Chris, remember the game parts you're going to get are going to be the standard parts. Remember, he's still updating the chart. So as soon as you get the game parts, make sure you download his beta charts for gameplay. You're really going to want to do that because that's the way the game is going to go. All right, as soon as he finishes it up. You do want to do that. And remember, don't get frustrated with the game. Don't get frustrated with it. I know the base running can be a little bit daunting at first. Trust me, you'll get the hang of it like I've done. And I still have issues with it sometimes, but I understand the way it works. And my board is crooked. So let's fix it here, make it nice and neat. And let's go to the top of the 4th inning, shall we? Here's Larry Boa. Boa's 0 for 1. Freisleben will go ahead and deal. And that's a 3-1 against a lefty switch. That's blank. Boa swings 2-4, and that's a fly ball to right field. That is the first fly out made by the Phillies. Everything else has been a grounder. Next up will be Michael Jack Schmidt. 0 for 1. Freisleben, 5-6. And that's going to be an automatic out against a righty. And star 2, ground out to short. Another grounder. Freisleben doing a good job with the ground balls. The defense is picking it up. Here's the bull, Greg Luzinski. He's 0 for 1. Freisleben will deal. 6-2, strikeout 4. Got him. And he got him on a K. First strikeout by Freisleben. He had 81 of them that year in 76. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Quick moving game so far. And of course, now that I said that, the game will slow down. Here's Johnny Grubb. Grubb is 0 for 1. Bob B joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Pitch from Kaat, 2-6. That's a blank. Grubb swings away, 3-5. That's a base hit to right. It will be a nice clean single for Grubb. And he'll hold at first. And we'll see what he starts there. Next batter up for the Padres will be Winfield. Winfield is 0 for 1. Infield does go halfway. See if anything happening on the bases. The 12 says no. Kaat will deal. That's a 5-5 against a righty. That's going to be an automatic out. Winfield, a star 6, and that's a fly out to right. So Winfield hits and gets way under it, and that's out number 1. So Winfield can't do anything with that. And now here is Mike Ivy. Ivy, 1 for 1, tripled his first time up. Anything on the bases? Nope. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 3-6. That's blank. Ivy. 4-5. Single past second base. That's a base hit for Ivy. Grubb's base running rating is a 2. On a ball hit past second, he needs to be a 3 to get to third base, and he will not. So he's a little bit on the slow side, so he will automatically stop at second. So Ivy is 2 for 2. A chance now for Doug Rader. Rader is 0 for 1. Infield still halfway. Anything happening on the bases? The 16 says a no. Kaat ready to pitch. 5-2. Strikeout 11. No, too high. Rader against the lefties a 13, but -3 makes him a 10. That 11 is too high. So San Diego Stadium prevents Rader from striking out. 4-3, and instead of striking out, he laces a base hit past shortstop for a single. Will that score Grubb? His base running rating is a 2, and he needs to be a 3 to get home. So again, he doesn't have the speed. He will hold at third, and the bases are loaded. He's missed it by 1 twice to try to move an extra base. So bases loaded here now in the 4th, a chance for the Padres. And here is Hector Torres. Torres got a double his last time up. He is 1 for 1. He does ground out the double plays. The Phillies are going to play the infield halfway and try for the double play. Pretty much it'll probably be automatic if he does. It's going to be an automatic double play. And the reason why, Torres is a 4, +1 is a 5, +6, +1 is 6. And Philadelphia, Cash and Boa are both +1 at second and short. It's an automatic double play if it's a grounder. So Kaat will go ahead and deal, but first we'll see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 7, and the answer is no. Kaat will pitch. 1-2. That's a blank. Torres will swing. 4-3, and that's going to be a fly out to right. So fly ball to right field. That's out number 2. Torres has a sacrifice fly rating of 0, so he cannot bring in Grubb that way. Grubb has a base running rating of 2. It's a fly out to right, and Johnstone is out there for the Phillies. He has a -1 arm, so the only way Grubb can score is on a 1. Nope, he'll hold at third, 2 outs. Can't bring him in. I will answer that question as soon as the inning is over. So now 2 outs. And the batter now will be Fred Kendall. So can Kendall bring in a run here? Still 1-0 Padres. 0 for 1. Kaat will go ahead and see if anything on the bases. A 7 is no. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 1-4. That's a possible error. Kendall will swing. 2-2, star 3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Boa. His error rating is a 6. That's a 3. Boa picks it up and just plain drops it. That's going to be a 1-base error on Larry Boa. Runners will advance 1 base. An E6. First error on the Phillies. And that allows a run to score. Grubb comes in. And Ivy on the runners will move up. So Larry Boa plain drops it. Cannot make the transition from glove to hand. It is now 2-0 Padres. And Kaat can't believe it. That was a routine grounder. The Phillies did historically make an error in that game. I don't know who actually made it, but Boa makes this one. And that does bring up the pitcher, Dave Freisleben. He'll bat. He's 0 for 1. Still 2 outs. Kaat can't believe it. He knows he should be out of the inning. Nothing on the strat. Kaat will pitch. 6-4. That's an error on a grounder. Freisleben will swing 6-4, but that's going to be a fly out to center, so there's no error there, and the inning will end. 1 run for the Padres on 3 hits and 1 error. After 4, the Padres now lead 2-0. As Bob B asks me a question, what is the H&R chart with the K rate for? Top row says K rate 0 to 4. I shall now give you an answer, my good friend. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Phillies is Jay Johnstone, and I'll use this as the example. With the new hit and run, Chris believed that for the hit and run, depending on the strikeout rating of the batter, there may be more chances or less chances of hit and runs if you use the strategy roll hard and fast. So, let's say we have a runner on first. And let's just, for the heck of it, let's just put Dave Cash on first for a second. Cash has an attempt of 2. Now, normally, if you roll the strategy roll, okay, and Freisleben has a rating of 0. A hold rating of 0. Usually on a 1 or 2, Cash will get a chance to steal. That is if you're playing the strategy roll hard and fast, which I don't. Okay, I use it as a suggestion, but there are some people that do to try to mimic actual statistics. That's fine. So you have a 0 and a 2. So 1 to 2 would be a steal attempt, and Cash would take a chance. On the old hit and run rule, a plus, you add 2 to see if a hit and run would come up. So if the strategy roll was a 3 or a 4, okay, you would do a hit and run automatically. Of course, as I said, if you're playing the strategy roll hard and fast. But now he has taken the batter's strikeout ratings into effect. Jay Johnstone has a strikeout rating of 6. You now look at the new chart. Since his rating is a 5, between 5 and 8, you're instead of +2 for the hit and run chance, it's now a +3. So now on a 3, 4, or 5, a hit and run may be called. And if he had a strikeout rate of 4 or lower, okay, you would add 4. If the strikeout rating was 9 to 12, it's still a +2 to the end of the steal, and 13 to 6 +1. 17 and over, you're not going to have a hit and run no matter what. That is what this is for. And remember now, on a hit and run, it used to be just a regular steal. Now on a hit and run, if the batter strikes out, you subtract 2 to the stolen base rating. So if Johnstone struck out, Cash's stolen base rating now becomes a 7 instead of a 9. And of course, you're still adding or subtracting the catcher arm and the pitcher steal or hold rating there. Okay? I hope that answers your question there, Bob B. And I happen to like it. It makes it more realistic. And if you want to incorporate the ballpark factor, so if a -3 on strikeouts, you could lower the batter's rate. So in this case, it would be a 3. You could probably utilize the ballpark adjustment if you want to. He doesn't say he didn't mention it, but I think you could use it if you want. So yeah, if you don't use strategy rolls, you don't have to worry about the chart anyway. But you did ask their question, and that's for anybody here who does play the game with the strategy rolls. I hope I answered your questions in the future. Let's get back to some baseball, shall we? Jay Johnstone is the leadoff batter. He'll go up against Dave Freisleben. Padres lead 2-0 to start the top of the 5th. Freisleben 4-4. That's against the lefty. That's going to be a blank. Johnstone 6-5. That's a base hit to right. Johnstone waited all that time to take a swing, and he gets a single to right. He'll trot down to first, and that will bring up Maddox. Infield moves halfway. Let's see. Maddox hit a triple his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Michael Peterson joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Johnstone, let's see. He has a 10 or lower to get a stolen base. A 19. Actually, 2 or lower. That's not going to happen. Freisleben will go ahead and pitch. 2-2. That's a range play. Maddox will swing. 2-4. That's a double to left field. But it is a range play. The ball's hit the left, and Johnny Grubb is out there. His range is a 3. Does he take a double away from Maddox? Yes, he does. He makes the catch. Out number 1. Oh, what a play by Grubb. Took a double away, and that just becomes a fly out to left. Out number 1. Oh, Maddox can't believe it. He thought he had another hit. Here's Tommy Hutton. Hutton is 0 for 1. Again, we'll check strat. That is a 17. Nothing happening. As I said, I use the strategy roll as a suggestion. If the play comes available, I go ahead and do it. I do have a couple of house rules that I use occasionally. 1-4 from Freisleben. That's blank. Hutton, 6-2. Grounder to second base. They turn the double play. 3-0. 4. Shortstop is Torres. He has a 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. It is not. Johnstone will make it to second easily. It was too slow rolling a grounder. The only play they had was to first. Out number 2. So Johnstone will move into scoring position on the grounder to second. And now can Bob Boone bring in Johnstone on a hit? Bob, Tabletop Sports, left an inside pitch on his own tabletop to watch this, I see. Thank you for joining me, my friends. 14, nothing happening there. Dave Freisleben will swing, will pitch. 2-4, that's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 2-2. That's a ground ball to first base. That'll get taken care of by Ivy. And again, the Phillies are stymied. No runs and a hit. We are already halfway through the game. 2-0 Padres. The Phillies historically won this game 5-1, and right now the Padres are giving them fits. Brian Patterson, is the pitcher's 20D result used for the special K result, or the batter's 20D result? Understanding the special K is ignored if the batter rolls a hit or walk. Let's see here. Here is how you do a special K. A special K only comes up if an out is recorded on the batter card or the ballpark card that is not an error check or a range play, and the D20 falls into the special K result. Other than if it does not fall in the special K result, you follow the result, okay, on the ballpark card or the batter card. Special K is never taken off the pitcher card. So if it's an automatic out or anything like that, a star or anything like that on the pitcher card, the special K is not read. Only on the ballpark or batter card. And only if it's not a range play or an error check. All right. Anything else, this special K will take effect. And if we have one, I'll show it more to you. As Gillies Tebow joins me here. 1992 with the game is in your shopping cart. Gillies, give it a try. Really, you're not going to be, trust me, once you get everything down, it is so easy and it flows so well. It really is. It flows. Remember, though, any games you order from Chris at this moment is still the old edition. He is still working on the new edition charts, but they are available for download. So if you do order it, immediately download the new beta charts, and, of course, the new rare play charts. Make sure you download them and use them. Use them. Don't use the old charts. I really recommend doing it. And I would like to say, Chris and I, we both worked on this. He allowed me to help him out along with some other great people like John Brewer, Alfonso. Really, just take your time with the base running. It may sound clunky, and maybe it is at first. It really is a blast once you get it down, and it actually makes sense. So where are we? Bottom of the 5th. Luis Melendez leads off for the Padres. He is 0 for 2. And I like the game so much I had to purchase every one of his seasons. So I have every season he's got from 1956 to 2020. And printed, by the way. These are not PDFs. Also recommend any season you order, make sure you download the Fringe Players. They are free from the website and print them out. I recommend putting them on cardstock, and he uses 110-pound cardstock for the Fringe Players. Crop them up a little bit so you can get them to the same size as these or close enough, then print, then cut them. Trust me, it makes everything look smooth, everything look very, very good. Kaat will pitch. 4-3. That's a walk. 20, though, is way out of the park. Melendez will swing. 4-4. Popped out to third. He just pops that out for out number 1. Next up is Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 2. He's also revamping the rule book. And the rule book, I've already seen it, or at least the beta version of it. Not everybody has seen the new rules. I have. They're going to be very in-depth. They're going to have lots of examples. Should not be a problem. You should find your answers in the rule book if you have any questions. But, of course, you can always ask me, Dave at Baseball Demos, Tony Porter at Cards and Dice TV. We'll be all the more than happy to help you with this game. 6-5 from Kaat. That's a range play. Fuentes, 5-2. That's a star 2. That's a ground ball to third. That's it to Schmidt. Schmidt's range is a 4. He's not getting that one, though. Is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a single for Fuentes as he hits that between the two. Schmidt was pretty close, but not close enough. Fuentes has a single. He'll go to first and bring up Johnny Grubb. Grubb is 1 for 2. Infield will move halfway. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. Fuentes, not with that 6. Yes, get it with the PC as well. If you can afford it, get the PC well. The PC, I have the PC version. That gave me the practice. That gave me the practice with the PC version. But it still uses the old rules, not the new ones yet. 1-1, let's see. 1-1 from Kaat. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 1-4. That's a grounder to second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. 3, 4, 5. Shortstop, Boa, +1 is a 6. That's an automatic double play. Inning over. So Grubb grounds out into the 4-6-3 to end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Padres after 5, still 2-0. We got a pretty good game going on. Top of the 6th. And top of the 6th inning, and let's see what we got here. Top of the 6th. Jim Kaat will lead off for Philadelphia. Let me see how many batters he's got. 26. He's got 5 batters left. I'm going to have him bat one more time. Freisleben will pitch. 1-1. Hit by pitch. That's a 20. Not a chance. Kaat will swing away. 1-6. Star 1. That's a ground out to second. And that is the first out. Next up is Cash. Cash is 0 for 2. Freisleben, 2-4. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 4-6. That's a blank. We got a rare play. So let's take a look and see what we have on the rare plays. Rare play, base is empty. I'll bring out the chart. Let's have a look at it. And that is a 1-4. Right fielder dives after a sinking liner. Resolved as an S9 range play. Check for injury to right fielder. So that's a ball hit to right field. And the right fielder for the Padres is Winfield. Now, first we check for the range. His range is a 4. And he won't get it. Is that going to be... That's going to be a single because it's an S9 automatically. So that's going to be a base hit for Cash as he just gets out of the reach. So a single for Cash. He'll go to first. Now let's see if Winfield is hurt. His injury rating is a 1. And a 1 or 2, he stays in the game. That is a 6. He's out of there. So Winfield is going to be gone. So the Padres lose Dave Winfield for the rest of the game. And I have to bring in a new player. So say goodbye to Winfield as he's hurt. And let's see who we're going to bring in to play. And it is going to be Merv Redmond. Pretty much almost the same exact stats. 4-0-1, though. So 4-0 and -1. I'll put that on my scorecard. So Dave Winfield is out for the rest of the game. So he will be gone. But remember, I only play game day injuries. Since I play as played lineups, he'll be back the next time. He'll be back the next time. So Dave Cash has himself a single as Keith White joins us here at San Diego Stadium. So now the next batter for the Phillies will be Larry Boa. Boa is 0 for 2. Infield is halfway. Cash not really a stealing threat. That 9 says nothing. Freisleben will pitch to Boa. That's a 3-3. That's a range play at the park. San Diego Stadium says 4-3. And that's a ground ball to first. So the ball is hit to Ivy. His range is a 4, but with the infield halfway, it's a 3. So does he make the play? Yes, he does. What a play by Ivy. He'll make the play. Now let's see if he turns a double play. 1-0-2. I'm sorry. 1-0-2. Shortstop is Torres, and Torres has no arm. So only on a 2, they'll turn the double play. No. Cash will be out at second, and Boa is safe at first for 2 outs. So nice play by Ivy to take a hit away from Boa, and there are now 2 gone. And the next batter will be Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 0 for 2. Boa will be at first. Now he has a stealing a chance. That 13, though, is not going to do anything for him. Freisleben ready to deal. 5-2. That's a blank. Schmidt swings away. 5-3. And he laces a double into left field. Michael Jack Schmidt has a double to left. But will that score Boa? Base running rating 3 with 2 outs is a 4. Left fielder double to left. -1, and the left fielder Grubb is a +1. So on a 1-4, Boa will score. A 5 he holds. 6, there could be an out. That is a 6. There could be an out. So let's find out and see if there is. Let's see if there is now. That is a 6. It could be an out. Grubb's arm is +1. So a 1-2, there is an out. Of 3-6, Boa holds at third. That is a 6. Boa decided to hold at third base. He will not score. But it is a double for Schmidt, as he cannot get the run in. That is the new base running rule that does bring the outfielder's arm into play. So Schmidt gets himself a double, but can't bring in the run. And now it is up to Greg Luzinski. Luzinski is 0 for 2 with 2 outs. And they're going to pitch to him. They're going to pitch to Luzinski. So Freisleben is talked to by the catcher. Now he goes back behind the plate. Luzinski 0 for 2. Anything on the bases happening? That is a 2 and no. Freisleben ready to deal. Here's a big at bat. Freisleben 3-5. That's a walk. That 15 is too high. The Bull takes a swing. 6-5. Fly ball to right field. That's going to get under there by Merv Redmond, who took over for Winfield. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the Phillies. As right now, Freisleben is doing a heck of a job stymieing this team. 2-0 in favor of the Padres going into the bottom of the 6th. And as a Mets fan, I really would like the Padres to win this game. And hopefully my Mets can get some good rolls on the ticker. We are playing the Reds, though, and that's not good. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off for the Padres will be the new right fielder, Merv Redmond. 229 average, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. He takes over for the injured Winfield. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 3-5 against a righty. That's blank. Redmond, 3-3, ground out to third. That is out number 1, and that will bring up Mike Ivy. Ivy made a heck of a play to save a base hit. He's 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Kaat, 1-3, that's a walk. That 16 is too high. See what Ivy can do. 1-5. He laces a base hit past third. That'll be a single for Ivy. He's now 3 for 3. He's having a good night tonight. Ivy goes ahead and gets a big hit. And that will bring up Rader. Rader is 1 for 2. The infield will move to halfway. Ivy, really not a chance to steal. The 11 doesn't help him either. Kaat will go ahead and deal to Rader. 3-4 from Kaat. That is a home run question mark. Rader a righty, a 1-8. The 11 is too high. Rader will go ahead and swing. 2-2. Line drive right to third. Out number 2. And there, I do not think there's... And the only way Ivy is out at first is on a 1. No, Ivy gets back. 2 outs. The only double play got chances on a 1 on a line drive hit to third. So Ivy gets back on a nice, well-hit ball, but Schmidt goes ahead and takes care of it. Here's Hector Torres. Torres is 1 for 2, has a double. The infield now moves back. Anything on the bases? Nope. Kaat will go ahead and deal. 5-2, strikeout, 5. Yep, that'll get him there. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Kaat. That's only a second strikeout today, and that will end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Padres. Still 2-0 Friars after 6. We go to the 7th inning. Leading off for the Phillies will be Jay Johnstone. Johnstone's 1 for 2. Freisleben, he can pitch to 28 batters. He's still pretty strong. He'll stay out there. He's also due to bat second in the bottom of the 7th. Freisleben will pitch. 4-6. Home run question mark. Johnstone a lefty, a 1-16, the 8 passes. Against a righty, Johnstone is a 6. A 1-6, this ball is gone. Yep, kaboom, that ball is high, deep, gone over the left field fence. Home run, Jay Johnstone, and the Phillies get on the board. Jay Johnstone hits a deep fly ball into the left field, and that is way out. That's pretty good, at least 10 rows up in the field, and the Phillies cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 as Jay Johnstone gets a home run. And I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've not had that many home runs lately. The last home run I had was a couple of days ago, but lately home runs have been kind of down. That's a big home run for Johnstone, though. Makes it 2-1. And here's Gary Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2. So Freisleben makes a mistake. He pitches him a meatball, and Johnstone turns it into lasagna. Freisleben pitches to Maddox, 1-3. That's a walk. The 17 is not high enough. Too high, actually. Maddox, 1-5. That's a fly out to right. So that's the first out. Next up will be Tom Hutton. Hutton is 0 for 2. Freisleben deals 4-5. That's an error on a throw. Hutton 1-5. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Cash. His error rate, his ball is hit to Fuentes. His error rating is a 9. That's a 2. That's going to be an error on Tito Fuentes. So we have a throwing error. Now the first baseman for the Padres is Ivy. His range is a 4. Does he prevent the ball from getting past him? Yes, he does. So Hutton will automatically hold it first. And that is an error on the Padres. And that's their first. That is an E4. One base advancement. One base advancement since Ivy made sure the ball didn't get past him as it took him off the bag. So an error there. Now Freisleben a little bit miffed. And now he'll pitch to Bob Boone. Infield will be halfway. Boone is 0 for 2. And Jim Kaat, he's due to bat next, and we're probably going to see a pinch hitter for him. He has reached his fatigue, or will be. We'll see what happens. Hutton on it first. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. 14, no. Get your meatballs in the 5-1-8. You know it. Freisleben, 2-5. And that's at the park. Boone will go at San Diego Stadium, 2-4. That's a ground ball to third. Let's see if they turn the double play. 3-0-4. Second base, Fuentes is a 0. A 1-4, they turn the double play. Yep, 5-4-3 around the horn, inning over. But the Phillies get themselves a run. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error. And that double play actually changes things because now Kaat is now not the next batter. But we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Like to remind you, don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after the game. Tomorrow on Inside Pitch, we move on to July 23rd. We got a pretty good matchup tomorrow night. The Milwaukee Brewers will take on the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be Jim Slayton taking on Jim Palmer. We're going to get Palmer on the mound a second time for the Orioles. A pretty important game, really, for both teams. Baltimore right now is sitting in 4th place, a win behind Cleveland. Milwaukee is beginning to fade. So the Brewers, this could be the last time we show the Brewers. I don't think I have them anymore in this block because they are getting too far behind. So remember, on my next scheduled block in August, I remove teams that are really, I feel, are no longer in it. And will only play the games that really do matter. There is a skirmish between the San Diego Chicken and the Philly Fanatic who made the trip. Baseball Demos is in the house here at San Diego Stadium. So that'll be our next game tomorrow. The Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Baltimore Orioles at Memorial Stadium. That should be a fun game, I think, with Jim Slayton and Jim Palmer, 2 pretty good pitchers. Bottom of the 7th, leading off for the Padres is Fred Kendall. Question is, do I want Kaat to go? Kaat can pitch to 26 batters before tiring, and this is his tired batter. Kaat's going to pitch to Kendall, and the pitcher for the Padres is due up next. Let's see what Kendall does. Kaat will pitch. 3-5 against a righty. That's a blank. Kendall swings. 2-1. That's a star one and a ground out to second. And that is the first out. Next batter is Dave Freisleben. And Kaat is now tired. Question now is, do I want Freisleben to bat? You lead by 2-1. How many batters he's got left? 28. He's got 2 left before tiring. Nope, that's going to be it for Freisleben. He pitched a heck of a game, and he is going to come out for the matchup. So the Padres are going to go to the bench, and they're going to let Willie Davis come up to bat. Willie Davis, a .268 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. Now the question is, do I want Kaat to pitch to him? And I think, yes, I do. I'm going to let Jim Kaat pitch to Willie Davis. Kaat will pitch to Davis. Cheap plug, the Padres and them on tomorrow for the Nationals. They'll be going for the sweep. Oh, yes. In his Nationals replay. Don't miss that. Yeah, you can pitch past tired if they aren't that close to their pull number. I do sometimes. In this close game, I think I'll turn it to the bullpen. Kaat will pitch. 3-5 against the lefty. That's a base hit right up the middle. That's a single. Wow, Davis doesn't get a chance on that. That is a clean single right off of Kaat's card. 3-5. And Davis will go to first. A pinch hit single for him. The batter now will be Luis Melendez. And that is going to be it. And Kaat is still due to bat first, but that is going to be it for Kaat. And the Phillies will turn it over to their bullpen as well. So we'll see a new pitcher. Can the tired number change based on how the game plays out? There's no rule for it. It's supposed to really stay the way it is. You got to realize one thing, though, about inside pitch. Inside pitch is very moderate when it comes to fatiguing pitchers. Unlike other games that will not go named here, okay, that absolutely devastate pitchers as soon as they get tired. Inside pitch does not do that. And that's why I feel an inside pitch pitcher has a better chance of going a little deeper than a pitcher from some other game. I won't name them. You guys already know who I'm talking about. Let's see. So we're going to bring on a new pitcher here against Melendez. And they're going to go with, let's see. The Phillies are going to bring out Ron Schuler. 1 win, no losses, 3 saves, a 2.90 ERA. Schuler, a very capable reliever. So Ron Schuler will pitch to Luis Melendez. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 2-1. Infield is halfway. Schuler can pitch to 6 batters. So let's see. Anything happening on the bases? Matt is a 17. No. Schuler will go ahead and pitch. That's a 6-4. That's an error on a throw. Melendez swings. 1-1. That's going to be a fly out the left, and there's not going to be an error there. So that's out number 2. So Melendez flies out. Now here's Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is 1 for 3. Had a single his last time up. Davis, and that's a 9. Nothing happening on the bases. Schuler going ahead and pitch. That's a 6-4. Error on a throw again. Fuentes will swing. 5-6. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Hutton. Tommy Hutton's got it. His error rating is a 0, so there's not going to be an error. He will throw to Schuler covering the bag, and the inning will end there. No runs for the Padres on 1 hit. After 7, still 2-1 in favor of the Friars. I guess he is the flying out Melendez. You know, Dave, really, you know, right? You know. I just want to tell you that you know what I'm talking about, right, Dave? I hate you. All right, top of the 8th inning, 2-1. Leading off is the pitcher for the Phillies. Schuler is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch it for the Phillies will be Dick Allen. 268 average, 15 homers, 49 RBIs. With 2 righties and a switch coming up, let's see who the Padres want to turn to toward the mound. And they're going to go with... let's see. No. Yeah. They're going to go with Alan Foster. 3 wins, 6 losses, a 3.22 ERA. Alan Foster will be the second Padre pitcher. He'll pitch to Dick Allen. Starting the top of the 8th inning, we got a close game here at San Diego Stadium. Foster with the pitch. 3-5 against a righty. That's blank. Allen, 4-1. That's a ground out to short. That's out number 1. Nice job by Foster to get the pinch hitter. Here's Cash. Cash is 1 for 3, has a single in the game. Foster ready to deal. 1-2. That's a walk plus 10. And Cash will walk on that 7 with no problem at all. And he will trot down to first on a walk. And I believe that's the first walk in this game, period. Let me look here. Yeah. And Alan Foster, that is the first walk in this game today. So all the pitchers have shown very good control. So the first walk of the game, that's issued by Foster. The infield will go halfway. Larry Boa will come up next. He's 0 for 3. Cash really not a stealing threat. That 4 will not do anything either. Even though a hit and run is available. But with Cash with a stolen base rating of 9. Well, Boa does not strike out much, though. Let's see. Hit and run. If he does strike out, and it's -3 to the Ks, the only way Boa would strike out is on a 1. You know what? I'm going to do the hit and run. I'm going to do a hit and run. Foster will pitch. 3-5. That's against the switch hitter left. That's going to be a walk plus 10. That's a walk plus 10. Now, that's still cut in half. So, a walk plus 10, Boa against the righties, a 15. That would be a 15 minus 1 is a 14. Divide that by 2 is a 7. The 16 is too high. So, still, Boa does not, because on hit and runs, there's still the walks are also cut in half. So Boa will swing. And that's a 1-3. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Larry Boa. Dave Cash's base running rating's a 3. On a hit and run, his rating goes to +2, so it's a 5. The ball is hit to left field, so that's a single to left. And -2 is a 3. -2 is a 3. And the left fielder for the Padres is Grubb. +1 is a 4. A 1-4, Cash will make it to third. He does. He does. And on that 1, Larry Boa, a 3 or lower, he makes it to second. No, he does not. He stays at first. So the hit and run works to perfection as Boa gets a base hit and allows Cash to go to third. Probably might not have made it on that, but he does. So Cash gets to third, Boa on first on a hit and run. So now runners at the corners here with 1 out. And the next batter up is that guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 3. The infield is still going to... The infield... let's see. What's the infield chance of getting a double play to end the inning? You know what? No, they're going to play the infield in. Dave Cash. You got to take a chance. You got to take a chance to get the tying run out. So the infield's going to play in for the Padres. Schmidt is 1 for 3, has a double. Boa is a stealing threat, though. Let's see if anything happens. He's got a 5 or lower. A 3. Boa could steal if he wants to. Let's see. 5, a 16 minus 2 is a 14. Kendall is a 0. A 1 to 14 chance for Boa. But you know what? You really don't steal when you got Mike Schmidt at the plate. You go ahead, and I'm going to hold that back, and I'm going to let Schmidt swing. Anybody else, I probably would have sent Boa to take away the double play. Foster will pitch. 6-6. That's an automatic out. Now question, what kind of outs is it going to be? Star 5, and that is a ground ball to short. Cash is going to come home, and the Padres are going to try. Cash is going to come home, and they're going to try. They can't turn for the double play. The only double play chance is out at first. So Cash instead is not going to come home, and the only play is going to go to first. So Cash decides not to come home, and Schmidt is out at second, 2 outs. That's how you do that. I keep on forgetting. I thought it was I had the infield in, not halfway. If the infield was halfway, I could have done it. So Boa goes to second, so Schmidt grounds out to short. And it makes sense because now you give Greg Luzinski a chance to hit. Instead of sending Cash home, then the throw would have came home, and Cash would have, the only way it would have been safe would have been on a 1. So 2 outs now. Can the Padres get out of the inning? Luzinski is 0 for 3. Now the infield is back. Anything on the strat? That is a 16 no. Foster ready to pitch to Luzinski. Here's the pitch from Foster, 4-6. That's an automatic out. He's going to get out of the inning. Star 5 and a grounder to short. Inning over. Holy cow. No runs. A hit for the Phillies. They got the tying run at third, but can't bring him in. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still 2-1 Friars. Coming on to lead off for the Padres will be Johnny Grubb. They have a lefty and a righty coming up. Let's see who the Phillies want to bring out to pitch. And they're going to bring out Gene Garber. 9 wins, 3 losses, 11 saves, a 2.82 ERA. Garber will pitch to Grubb. He's the 3rd Philly pitcher and one of the better pitchers in the bullpen. Well, yeah, you could have walked Luzinski, Dave, but the thing is, the next guy you had up was Jay Johnstone, and he actually hits just as well. You might as well pitch to Luzinski. Jay Johnstone was next, and Johnstone already had a home run and already has a home run in the game. So here's Grubb. He is 1 for 3. So you pick your poison in that situation. Garber will pitch. 2-6. That's a strikeout. 6 got him. He'll get Grubb on a K. Struck him out. Not many strikeouts today and only 1 walk. Next batter is Merv Rettenmund, who came in for the injured Dave Winfield. Rettenmund is 0 for 1. Garber, 3-5, strikeout, 2. Got him, struck him out. 2 strikeouts by Garber. And now Mike Ivy. Ivy's having a great night tonight. 3 for 3, a triple, and 2 singles. So Ivy having a heck of a game. Garber will pitch to him here. 3-2, strikeout, 15, no. Ivy, 2-3, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. What a great night for Ivy tonight. Single to center, and that's going to be a 4 for 4 night for Ivy. He keeps the inning alive for Doug Rader. Rader is 1 for 3. Ivy gets himself a single. Anything on the bases? The 5 says a no. Garber ready to deal. 5-2, range play. Rader, 4-4. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 12. Against a righty, that's going to be a triple, but it's a range play to center. The center fielder is Gary Maddox. His range is a 5. He absolutely has to make this. He does. Gary Maddox is there and is on his high horse near the wall, and he makes a great catch to take away a triple from Doug Rader, and the inning is over. Comes a fly out to center, so no runs and a hit for the Padres. After 8, it is still 2-1 in favor of the Friars. That had triple written all over it, but Gary Maddox is there. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Ivy is poison to the Phillies. Mike, he hates punts. Ivy is poison to the Phillies. Sports Time Machine joins us here at San Diego Stadium and is about to be banned for the bad pun. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth inning. Jay Johnstone leads off for the Phillies. And the Padres will probably turn it over to their closer. And that's going to be Butch Metzger. 11 wins, 4 losses, 16 saves, a 2.92 ERA. Here's Butch Metzger trying to close this game for the Padres. A 2-1 lead for them. The Phillies won this game historically, so the Padres trying to change history. Metzger. Johnstone will lead it off. He will bat. Top of the ninth. 2-1. Raider of the lost triple. Ah! Is there a spontaneous combustion button I have on my desk somewhere? I thought I installed that. Metzger will pitch. 4-5. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium says 2-1. That's a fly out to center. Out number 1. One out. And here's Gary Maddox. Maddox will bat. Maddox is 1 for 3. He has a triple in the game. Raider groans in the triple. Stop it! Be perma-banned by the end of the season. I was perma-banned yesterday. I got that. I'm going to have a spontaneous combustion button, okay, installed underneath my desk. I press it, and you just and you erase from existence, which means when I press it, you'll never have existed, will never have known you, and I won't even remember pressing it to erase somebody that I never knew. So that's my spontaneous combustion button. I'm going to install it. Metzger will pitch to Maddox, if you guys want to be punny about things. 4-2, possible error. Maddox will swing. 1-6, star 5. That's a fly ball to left field. That's hit to Grubb. His error rating is a 5. That's a 17. He'll make the catch. Out number 2. Now 2 outs. And the next batter is Tom Hutton. And we'll see a pinch hitter for him. Hutton was at first base for this game. So coming on to pinch hit for Hutton is going to be Bobby Tolan, and he'll take over at first if this game gets any further. Bobby Tolan, 261 average, 5 homers, 35 RBIs. He'll pinch hit against Butch Metzger. Top of the ninth, Padres leading 2-1, trying to change history in this game. Metzger trying to get the save. Let's see what happens. Metzger pitches. 3-1. That's a range play. Tolan will swing. 6-6. And that is a single past second base, but it is a range play. That ball is hit to Tito Fuentes. The infielder's normal. He has a range of a 3. Yes, he's got it. Fuentes picks it up. He makes the play. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. Padres go ahead and take a win away from the Phillies. 2-1 today here at San Diego Stadium. Stadium cheers. Yay! Tito Fuentes takes a single away from Tolan, turns it into a ground out. And that will do it as the Padres get a big win on the Phillies in a close, low-scoring game here, 2-1. Nice game. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming up. There were no runs and one hit. At least you got to see John Stone's meatball. Yes, you did. Yes, you indeed did. For the Padres, 2 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Phillies, 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Dave Freisleben. He'll go ahead and get the win. Jim Kaat takes the loss. Roger Metzger winds up getting the save. So a good matchup there for the Padres to keep their playoff hopes alive. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Let's see. So San Diego gets the win over the Phillies. And this was a very good chance for the Phillies to get it. The Phillies here would have been a 14 or a 5, but that's why you play these games on the board. Sometimes you get a little change of history. So let's get started. July 21, Detroit and the White Sox begin a doubleheader. Detroit game 1, Detroit with a 15. 63, and that is 8 runs. Good start for the Tigers. The White Sox have a 10. 65, and that is 8 runs. Wow, they tie. Start off with extra innings. Detroit has a clutch of 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. The White Sox have a clutch of 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. They get the extra run, and the White Sox will win 9-8 on that game. Game 2, Detroit has a 13. 66. Wow, getting some high rolls already. That's 10 for the Tigers. The White Sox have a 13. They roll a 64, but that's not going to be enough. That's 8 runs. So lots of high scoring in that doubleheader. But the Tigers will split one with the White Sox. California at Cleveland. California with a 6. 12. And that is 0. The Tribe, the Cleveland Baseball Club that will formerly be known as the Indians, have an 8. 11. That is a 0. Wow, nobody scores. We have another extra inning game. California with a 3 clutch. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Cleveland with a 1 clutch. 1 plus 2 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 runs go to the Angels, and they will win that game 4-0. Milwaukee taking on Kansas City. Milwaukee with a 6. 55, and that is 5 runs. The Royals have a 9. 15, and that is 1 run. So that'll be a win for the Brewers. Boston at Minnesota. Red Sox with a 12. 22, and that's 2 runs. The Twins have a 13. 12, and that's 1 run. Wow, Boston is winning some low-scoring games lately. They get that one. Oakland at the Yankees. Oakland has a 10. 63, and that is 7 runs for the Athletics. The Yankees have a 15. 12. That's going to be 15. 12. That's going to be 1. That's going to be a win for the A's. Baltimore taking on Texas. Baltimore with a 5. 31, and that is 2 runs. The Rangers with a 15, 42, and that is 5. That's 5 runs. So the Rangers beat Baltimore. Mets taking on the Reds. Mets taking on the Reds. My Mets have John Matlack on the mound. The Mets have a 7. They need a high roll. And a 13 is not a high roll. That's 1 run. And the Reds have a 12. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this one. And that 21 barely, but yeah. And that game will belong to the Reds. Cardinals taking on the Dodgers. Cardinals with a 6. 63. And that is 6 runs. The Dodgers have a 6. 16. And that is 1 run. So the Cardinals will beat the Dodgers. Braves taking on the Expos. Braves with a 10. 33. And that is 3 runs. The Expos have a 7. 43. And that's going to be 4 runs. The Expos will beat the Braves. Houston and Pittsburgh in a doubleheader. Game 1. Houston with a 10. 14. And that's going to be 1 run. The Pirates have a 12. 62. Yeah, that's going to be a win for the Pirates in Game 1. Game 2, Houston has a 7. 42. That's going to be 3 runs. Pittsburgh has a 12. 41. And that's going to be 4 runs. So the Pirates sweep the Astros in a doubleheader. Cubs taking on the Giants. And I know that Steeler fan will say rigged and double rigged. Cubs will take on the Giants. Cubs with a 6. 66. That's going to be 8 runs. The Giants with an 11. 43. And that is 4 runs. So the Cubs will beat the Giants. Moving on to July 22nd, Detroit and the White Sox. Another doubleheader. This is something you wouldn't see today. A doubleheader one day, and then a 9-inning doubleheader one day, and a 9-inning doubleheader the next day. You would not see that today in 2021. Thinking that baseball players can't play, would get too tired. You would never see that today. 4 games in 2 days. Detroit taking on the White Sox. Game number 1, Detroit with a 19. 53. That's pretty good. That's going to be 7 runs. The White Sox have Blue Moon Odom on the mound. 15. 23. And that is 3 runs. The Tigers will take game 1. Detroit, game 2, has a 10. 42. And that is 4 runs. The White Sox have a 14. 11. That's a straight 0. I believe, yep, that's a straight 0. And the Tigers take both games away from the Chi Sox. California at Cleveland. California with a 1. 35. That's 2 runs. Cleveland with a 3. 61. That's 5 runs. Cleveland will beat California. Milwaukee taking on Kansas City. Milwaukee with a 9. 34. And that is 3 runs. Kansas City with an 11. 43. That's 4 runs. Kansas City will beat the Brewers there. Boston taking on Minnesota. Boston with a 13. 46. And that is 5 runs. Minnesota with an 11. 25. And that is 3 runs. Boston will beat the Twins. Boston lately getting some good wins. Oakland and the Yankees. Oakland has a 8. 14. And that is 1 run. The Yankees have a 15. 22. And that is going to be 3 runs. The Yankees will beat Oakland. Baltimore taking on Texas. Baltimore with a 7. 21. And that's 1. The Rangers have a 10. 33. And that is 3. So the Rangers will beat the Orioles. San Diego taking on the Dodgers. The Padres have a 4. 54. And that is 4 runs. The Dodgers have a 15. 46. And that is 6 runs. The Dodgers will beat the Padres. Atlanta taking on the Expos. Braves with an 8. 65. That's 8 runs. Montreal with a 10. 53, and that is 5 runs. A nice win for the Braves. Pittsburgh and the Phillies. Pittsburgh with a 9. 14. That's only going to be 1 run. It's a very important series for Pittsburgh. Philadelphia with a 13. 51, and Philadelphia just continues to maul through the National League East. That's a 6. The Phillies will win it. Cubs taking on the Cardinals. Cubs with an 8. 35, that's 3. And the Cardinals have a 12, and that's 21, and that is 2. And the Cubs will beat the Cardinals. That's your 10-minute ticker today. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow will be in Baltimore as the Milwaukee Brewers will take on the Baltimore Orioles. Jim Slayton going up against Jim Palmer. That should be lots of fun to play, so we'll see how it goes there between the Brewers and the Orioles tomorrow night. Brandon Baker, Keith White, Baseball Demo, Sports Time Machine, Bob's Tabletop Sports. Gillies Tebow, Brian Patterson, Michael Peterson, Bob B, BB, Tribe Fan 879, Steeler Fan 1933. Thank you all for joining me. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell so you know I get online. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys next time. Padres over the Phillies tonight, 2-1. We'll see you guys again later. Have a good one.